now.
The beat is
and
messing
I
me
told
up.
her the other day, I listen to world is yours. And I'm like, this ain't talking like this. So whoever you think is the best, they not making the world is yours. They're not making If I Rule the World. They're not making Juicy. They're not making Warner. They're not making Sky's the Limit. They're not doing it. They're not making Can't Not the Hustle. They're not making The Evil. They're not making Pop. They're not making it. I'm a rapper. I'm not making it.
These biting my style, I hope they got dental plans. Don't get it straight from the source and cut out the middleman. Get that pure dough.
It's me. Handsome. Back with another episode of Verse for Verse. Got some got one of you guys' favorite guests here today, you know. You might have seen him before. If you haven't, he's the guy that compares Big to Robert Horry. But we're not gonna talk about that today. James Rich is in the building, and we have the Queen Tema in the building. You know what I'm saying? So we just gonna start off and let's talk about, are you a believer? Let's start there.
And
In the God above.
I am a very, 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 very strong believer. I think the other day we had a conversation.
That was like 2 nights ago, right?
And I was actually breaking down a section of the Bible that
That's
I read.
fact.
You know what I'm saying? That I know. But I know, like I said, I grew up Muslim. You know what I'm
Rich
saying?
and Mike, by the way. Rich.
I grew up Muslim. So, but I was taught to also read the Quran and the Bible. So I have a pretty good understanding of both.
I didn't know you was brought up Muslim.
Yeah,
That's
my
new info
name
for
is
me.
Jamal Hason, man.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
It's not something I chose.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
You know what's funny about that too? I kind of cut you off. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. No, I'm good.
No, yeah. I mean, I think of like growing up with Seth, and cause that's my brother. I never looked at his name as an Islamic name,
Right.
but that's what it is.
Yusuf,
And it's just funny. I grew up with him. It was oh, your name's Yusuf. It
Right.
never like was a thing to me.
Right,
So I got
right.
older. I'm like, oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Nah,
Makes
definitely. Your
sense.
name means something.
Right.
Everything. That's why you had to name something.
Right.
Like when God said name something, give everything a name, it's because then once you name it, it has a meaning.
Right. Right.
Gangster. So what about you, Tema? Are you a believer?
Definitely a believer. I'm more spiritual than religious these days, but I definitely do believe in a higher power and that God is within
There is a
me.
God.
There is a God.
I am a God. What did Ye say? No, go ahead.
God created us. So if we are his children, then we have God inside of us. Pause.
That's
You know what I'm saying? And,
Niggas
and-
pause God. That's
You
gangster.
gotta pause for God.
I mean, LL Cool J was God, so that's
That's
kind of
a
weird.
fact. Love this.
Love it.
Love it.
What about you, Rich?
He killed that role, by the way. Yeah, I'm definitely a believer. I don't. It's funny because I was thinking about this last night, and we didn't grow up with any like spirituality really. Like we didn't go to church. Like that wasn't
Easter.
a thing, huh?
Easter.
Well, you know that doesn't count.
the holiday
And
churchgoers.
did you have to go to Sunday school when we played?
Yeah, we
Mount Carmel?
played. That's what's funny, right?
Crazy.
I had to go to Catholic school when we played CYO basketball. But even going there, first of all, it was more weird because it's Catholic,
Right.
and it's nothing but white people. They
went to
singing
Catholic
mass.
school?
No, we didn't go to Catholic school.
No.
We played for a Catholic basketball
Oh,
team. And in
gotcha.
order to play for the team, we had to go to Sunday school.
That's how they do it.
Because we didn't go to the school.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, right. I mean, that's so crazy when you go back. We gotta have another conversation about that another time.
Right.
Yeah, because other than that, all you got is PL.
Right,
Yeah,
exactly,
so-
exactly.
and
And
they
even the
leagues ain't
fact
got
that
no
is that like okay? Like is that like a little under the books type move? But anyway, that's what I'm about. So we don't go to the school.
Yeah, that's
we shouldn't play
another
for the school.
conversation.
But
Yeah.
if you go to the church, you can play.
Crazy.
You know
But
what I'm saying?
yeah, but like I was saying, we didn't grow up with any spirituality. So it's interesting that I'm extremely spiritual at this point. When I was in college, I studied multiple religions. Ho said that multiple religions I studied, but I didn't go much further than a couple semesters. So don't ask me no questions. But when I was in college, when I did that really had me start thinking about like spirituality, and I've been on a spiritual journey ever since, trying to find my understanding. But I'm extremely spiritual.
Yeah, well, they say God finds his people.
Right.
So
Right.
So would you guys agree that a lot of things that happen is purely due to God? Like, you know, like, have you been in situations that maybe are unexplainable to you and you like, damn, like, thank God this, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know how I would have got out of this, or, you know what I mean?
No.
Start with you, Haas.
Well, for me, I believe in God and divine intervention.
Right.
To be divine is like to have something come in between and intervene at a time in your life when you need it to happen. I done had bills paid that I didn't know when I was gonna get the money, and I've also got myself out of jams that I didn't know how I was gonna get out of jam.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying. So without saying too much about my life,
Right.
but that's really, I mean, so divine intervention alone makes me feel like there has to be a higher power, because think about it right now. None of us are telling our heart to beat. None of us are telling our lungs to breathe. None of us. It just happens, right?
Right.
And that's not by accident. I think that's all divine.
That's crazy. And I think what you were saying, I was thinking about this last night too, and that's a great question you asked, because in line with the spirituality talk, right, of like, I don't know how I found spirituality, right? I also don't know how I am who I am right now, right? Like, when I was growing up, I was very talented, you know, smart. I was talented in sports, all that type of stuff, but we didn't have no plan for nothing. Like, and we young, we like, oh, we gonna get money. But how? Like, when you really think about it, right? Like, nobody in our family was a lawyer. Nobody in our family owned a business. Well, that I was close to, I should say, right? So we didn't have no plan for nothing. And I realized that when I got out of high school, getting to college, I'm like, I don't know how I'm really gonna do anything in life. And I remember, not going too deep into everything, there was a time period after college and stuff when I'm like, yo, shit, like, life is hard. And to look at myself now and be like, well, I did everything I planned to do. Somehow, God brought me to where I was supposed to be without having a plan of how it was going to happen. And now I'm here. You know what I mean? So definitely I do.
Shout out to God.
Shout him out.
Shout out to God, man. You know what I mean? For me, you know, it's funny, right? I think of like one story instantly.
Right.
Like the day I was in Jersey stuck, and then y'all just happened to
That was crazy.
So without getting into too many details, because it's a stupid story, but my car broke down. I'm in Jersey. This is when we was working at FedEx.
And we're not from Jersey at the time.
We're not from Jersey.
Yeah.
Just, you know what I mean? My car breaks down on the expressway. I walk off the expressway. My phone dies. I can't reach anybody. I spoke to them already, told them I'm broken down somewhere, but then the cops picked me up because I was on the expressway. They took me to another town. It was crazy. So I'm just like, I've got to figure out a way home. I'm about to just try to walk, find a bridge, and walk back home to Staten Island. As I'm like, just like, fuck it, whatever happens, happens. Here comes these niggas driving down the block randomly, because they probably been looking for me.
For mad
like,
long.
and like I said, I'm skipping through
He was
it,
at.
but I've been out there for at least 2 hours.
Yeah.
Just
Right.
What?
Just-
But the cops got you. And just
no, the cops brought me somewhere.
Dropped you off?
Yeah.
Because they like, you can't be
You
walking
can't be on
the
the
highway.
highway. You can't. Yeah.
Wow.
That's
So
crazy.
it's like I always think of this day like God did that.
did that.
Yeah, there's no
Like,
way.
there's no way that randomly they come driving down this ramp
There
and
he
see.
is right there.
It was like this. It was the relief. I was like, oh shit! Like, how did this happen?
No phone,
Nothing. I just been
Right,
walking
that's
around for
crazy.
hours,
aimlessly.
Nah, that's crazy.
bro. So yeah, it's like,
God,
you know what I
dude.
mean. When I think like, and obviously there are more like deeper situations, but
Right.
that's something that just sticks in my head
Yeah.
because I could have been out there all day and never
All night.
Yeah, all night.
Because it would take you a long time to get wherever you
He
was
had to
going.
walk.
It was the West Shore Expressway. I'd have had to go over the outer. I'd had to find the outer bridge. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. You got any times that you realize like, damn, God is real?
Mad times, like
Mad time.
just throughout life. Like even today, sometimes I sit back and think back something like 10 years ago. Like, I don't even know how I got through the week, or and you know, especially with me, my past and being a young mother, like I be making happen.
Right.
Like,
Right.
and sometimes I be like, how? Like, I didn't have all the proper guidance. I just like. It's within me.
Yeah, that's the other thing I always say. Like, just coming from where we come from, it's like things could, like you said, just things could go a little different, and everything would be different, right?
Word.
This, I don't want to give too many things, but like this situation go that way, this situation go this way. The cops get, especially coming from where we come, where the police intervention is such a dramatic change in people's lives. We all live in the same communities where we are a part of like the same situations, but certain things go a different way for somebody else than they go for you. You get a lucky break that person don't get. Right. That person goes to prison, gets a. You know what I mean? And it's just when you think about that, like I work with young kids, and when I talk to the kids, I always be looking at them like it's God, like because some situations are just where we live at. These things are gonna happen, and we don't know how the divine intervention is gonna intervene and save us and push us in another direction or not. So it's crazy.
Fact. So, what I was about to say, God did. That's what listen, if the people don't know, that is what we're going to be talking about today.
Right.
Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? We're going to talk about this great Jay-Z verse. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? A lot of people said it's one of his best verses.
Definitely.
You know, I remember hearing it and I'm like, nah, this verse is OD. But is it his best verse? Maybe not. Right. You know what I mean? I know it was a very long verse.
Right.
So as I was telling Haas, I'm like, I think it's easy to write something that long and people think it's your best work because you're able to put a lot into the verse.
Right.
And we started the show probably right after this verse came out around that time. And I wanted to do this verse, but everybody was so going crazy over it. I'm like,
I didn't even think about doing this verse because I was hating.
Yeah.
Not hating on the verse. Let me be clear. Never hating on Hov. Never hating on Hov. But it's like you said. I think it might have been the people who I saw talking about it. I didn't respect their opinion. I'm like, you don't even know Hov. Like, what you talking about? It's the best Hov verse. You don't know Hov. So I was just like, they just capping.
You got hit him with the what he say.
Yeah, exactly. Like what he said that was so fun. What he say?
So this is, like I said, it's a pretty long verse. So we gonna get into that now. I think I just wanted to just give God his props. You know what I mean? And let's get into it.
God did. Rick Ross smoked this verse too, by the way.
I'm not gonna say nothing. But after Hov,
it's over.
So Jay comes in.
Rock him to sleep.
Hov did. Please, Lord, forgive me for what the stove did. Nobody touched the Billy until Hov did. How many billionaires can come from Hov crib? I count 3, me and Ree. Bronze a rock boy, so 4 technically. I left the dope game with my record clean. I turned the cocaine into champagne.
Hold on, first we gotta just talk about the billionaires real quick.
Got you.
Because we watch Earn Your Leisure a lot, and we always talk about like, and somebody just said this the other day, I forget who it was, but they were saying how hip hop's been around for 50 years, right? And they say it only created, 1 or 2 billionaires if you want to put him and Diddy, right? So you got Hov and Diddy pretty much, and Dre was almost there, whatever. So out of 50 years, there's only 2 billionaires, right? And you got other businesses in the world create billionaires all the time, right? The whole tech and all that, right? So Hov was saying that he created 4 on his own is kind of OD when you think about it. Because 50 years you got 1 and the other one is him.
Right.
And then he created the 4 others.
Right.
Yeah.
3 others. That's crazy.
In a place where the entire business
Yes.
only created 2.
Right. That's crazy.
In the entire 50 years, only created 2. But
That's crazy.
But you know what I'm saying? So think about how crazy it is when one person creates 4 out of a business that had hundreds
of millionaires,
hundreds of rappers.
people getting money, all types of money.
Had hundreds of rappers, 1 billionaire, and then that 1 billionaire created 4.
That's crazy.
That's a crazy number.
And
then think about how many people he employs. Not even just the billionaires. Let's take it to step under, right?
Yeah, I mean, but if you're a billionaire, there's a lot of people you're employing.
How many people?
A lot of people are getting money.
So how much money is that generating? Like, you know what I'm saying? At some point, everybody's being affected by this money.
By Hov.
By one person. But let's go.
Hov did.
Hov did.
Nah, and because when y'all say it, like I thought about it too, right? When like the line is fire, obviously, how many billionaires can come from Hov crib, right? Because in one of his older songs, he said how many millionaires I made. They're talking about Cam. He said Beans would tell you if he wasn't in his feelings. You know what I mean? So talking about millionaires is like that's fire because he probably made a bunch of millionaires,
tons of millionaires,
right? But $1 billion, a billionaire is unheard of.
We just said there's 1 in 50 years, 2 in 50 years, and one in the biggest genre in the world.
So it's like I didn't think about it like that. Like you said, like it's only been 1, and now it's like 5.
And
due to him.
Real quick, he goes into a later line like they call OG a kingpin. So who are we then?
We're gonna get there.
That's crazy.
We're gonna get there. Where's he at? I turn the cocaine into champagne. I clean up La Marina at the same soap. Me and Lord talk about how we slang dope. Now we in stores. Can you believe this tie? I put my hustle on the fold. Can you believe this guy? Then we said, fuck it, took the dope public. Out the mud, they gotta face you now. You can't make up this shit. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it, man. He cleaned up. I turned the cocaine into champagne.
I told you last night we had a conversation. This is where, to me, this is when I got goosebumps and I realized that this might be his best verse ever. Because this is the beginning of when he starts to explain literally what he did. And in a way that's not glorifying drug dealing. Because every other industry was made this exact same way.
Exactly the same.
The exact same way. He's pretty much telling you, I did what Hollywood did, what Vegas did. I did it myself. And how it started was by getting this champagne business from, he turned the cocaine into champagne. Yeah. If y'all don't know, he's talking about Ace of Spades and the deal he did with LVMH and all of that, right? So that one move, and then he goes further in the verse, we're gonna get into it, how that turned into him being the billionaire that he is.
Right.
Cleaned up La Marina and the same soap.
The business, and I think that's so important. And why I think it's the best verse is because he's giving you a blueprint. He's been giving you the blueprint, but now he pretty much like, all right, I'm tired. I'm gonna just give you the whole thing now. I've been giving you little tidbits, explaining to you what to do. This is exactly what I did, and they ain't want me to do this.
Facts.
At all. They keep trying to stop me the whole way, and they ain't recognize what I was doing the whole time.
Husband was a drug dealer for 15 years.
So crack cocaine.
Me and Laurel talk about how we slang dope. Now the weed in stores. Can you believe this, Ty? I put my hustle onto Forbes. Can you believe this guy?
Yeah. I go to the corner store every day, and they sell weed in the corner
everywhere
store.
Everywhere you go, there's a smoke shop.
It's a smoke shop on every block. And we were getting crucified.
For that.
Yep.
Crucified. Yo, I can't. I want. You know how many times I know people who ran for their lives with just one bag of weed on them.
Crazy.
Because getting caught with that one more time is too much.
That's crazy.
It's
now it's in the stores. Yes. Can you believe this?
Can you believe this?
Can you believe this?
Listen,
like they was killing us for it. They did it and it's good.
Vegas was started with the mob. This is fact. We know this already. Right? They let everybody else has done this. And I don't want to say like they did they supposed to do. We have done what we were supposed to do. Hov did.
That's a
And then obviously you hear the bars, you feel me? Out the mud, they gotta face you now. You can't make up this shit. Judge it how you judge it. Say we going
in case they don't know.
Okay. In case they don't know.
What I mean,
yeah,
the mud
right.
face
break
you.
It down.
And then getting it out the mud and then having to look this person who told you no in
Yeah.
the face.
Yeah.
You can't make up
You
this.
can't make up this. And a facial is makeup.
Oh my! And just to be clear.
Just to be clear what Hope's talking about in case y'all didn't catch it.
Oh my God.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God.
Judge it how you judge it. Say we going corporate.
Nah,
we just corner boys with the corner office. I'm at the cap table with the splitzes. Not that cap table, boy. We live this.
Oh my Jesus Christ.
So, do y'all know what the cap table is?
I don't.
So, it's the capitalization tables.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
With the splits is, I get it.
Yeah.
Okay.
But not that cap.
Boy,
we're not capping. We're not a table where niggas is just lying and capping.
Because first of all, I thought he said the crap table at first. So, but if you heard him say cap table, go ahead.
Also, that Hov does that as well. He says words and makes you hear the other words. So I'm sure he wanted you to hear crap tables as well.
Right. And he said that in tons of lines before.
That's what I'm saying.
He said Imaginary
we had
Players.
the cap table with the splits. Yeah.
But
cap table.
But this is how it's even iller. What we said, it started with the champagne line.
Yeah.
Right? He's gonna make it more clear very, very soon.
Yeah.
He's talking about the stock market, and that's really where you got the bread from, the evaluation. So that's what the cap table is. What are the splits when we do this business deal?
Yeah.
Boy, we live this.
This is insane.
Breezy with the businesses. We pushing Fenty like fentanyl.
fentanyl,
This shit's all legitimate.
What?
E was down 10 for this. We just got his 10 back. Then we bit back
like what the interest is.
This is crazy.
I'm getting goosebumps.
This is crazy, bro.
Their hair.
This is
Their hair.
This is crazy, bro.
The hair.
I see him. That's
The
crazy.
hair.
It's ugly. It's ugly. This is crazy, bro.
He's been giving it. I always told people. I tell you on another episode. I didn't have
The
church
Bible.
going on. I
Yeah,
had
we
Bible.
wasn't
I
in
had
the
reasonable
Bible.
doubt.
Yeah,
Now
we
I
just
have
listen.
the whole did verse.
I
God
just
did
said
verse.
before you
Gospel.
got here.
The gospel.
I just
This
said
is the
before you got
gospel.
here. This is church. This verse
This
is
is church, my nigga. It's crazy.
This verse is church, man.
Say that one more time.
Okay.
He was down 10 for this.
Yeah, facts.
We just got his 10 back, then went back like.
Hold
where
on, I'm sorry. I keep
interest is.
interrupting because you gotta understand how he's weaving it through.
Right, because
He
he
went
just
down
brought back.
for what got him the champagne.
Yeah. Now we just got
Right.
a 10 back.
Back, because we billion. Because now when we did that deal, we got that 10 back.
I came
Come
back
on.
for like what's the interest?
What the interest is?
And it's like, yo, to go back to the bar before to say like, yo, this shit is in every corner store.
Yeah.
This is in every corner
Oh, yeah,
store.
and
And,
we-
they was mad at us for this. Now they gotta face us. And I came back and got that 10 back for you, my boy. And you went down for this. You went down.
Sacrifice
You
for the
went-
greater good.
Oh my God, man.
They
Oh
just keep
my
coming,
God,
man.
boy.
And you know,
This is crazy.
And you know, this is why. What's the joint? Sitting on an old case, down Hove like
Sitting on
T.
that.
Vo. Name of that
Uh-huh.
song. Anyway, that's always my favorite Hove song.
With John Legend.
With John Legend.
Where, not where, I'm about to say where I want to be.
It'll come up.
Yeah.
But that's always my favorite song because it's dedicated to Emery.
Right.
And I just always thought that was the illest. 'Cause in that song, he explained it then. Like, yo, don't worry about it. Because when you come home,
Yeah.
It's gonna be good.
we good.
Yeah. he talks about that a lot, man. But even we just judge it how you judge it, say we going corporate.
Judge,
Nah.
the judge.
We just corner boys.
With the corner office. So don't call us those guys.
Yeah.
We're not those guys.
Yeah.
We still who we are. We
Facts.
just got
Right.
We
a
figured
corner
it out.
office.
We figured out how to take that and bring it here.
And us being rappers,
They're still selling drugs.
clearly that's what
Come on.
everybody's doing.
Come on.
And us
still
being
hustling
rappers,
this. Yeah.
the other part of this is the technical skill of I know how he's weaving it because the judge, that's how he gets to you. He was down 10 for this. Like all of the way he's connecting all these words is also like technically sound and crazy.
Yo, it's poetic, man.
Oh man, where we at? M light up the 03. We let y'all do the Zazas. OG for the OGs. Some new niggas out of pocket talking exotic. You barely been to the behind. That's another topic. Monogram in my pocket off the red carpet. You see the face I made that night, shit is that shocking. Eyes wasn't great, we even be alive. Gotta be crazy to y'all niggas, we surprised. Shit is too much how we grew up. Shit don't even feel real to us.
That's tough.
Stop. You gotta stop there. Gotta stop there.
That-
This is what I was just saying.
And he's about to.
I don't listen. I wake up sometimes and I'm like, I'm not Hov. I'm not a billionaire. I'm not even close.
But imagine if you were.
But I know I
Imagine if-
could be. Because where I'm at now, I don't understand.
How you even got here.
I don't understand. I swear to God, I mean, I know now, but going through it, I couldn't see it. And it's like, so when he says that, it just resonated like, this is crazy. Like, God did.
And just to, talk about
So imagine how
Hov.
he feels. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
talk about Hov for a minute because, you got people who constantly try to downplay what he's done.
Right.
And be like, yeah, he wasn't doing all of this. He wasn't getting all this money. Such and such was getting the money. And it's like for him to be able to understand, like, I understand why y'all are like confused about why
I'm confused.
I'm confused. This doesn't even feel real to me. So
to me.
I know to y'all this is nothing that happened is real to y'all.
The phase I'm on, love, I wouldn't believe it either.
Facts.
I'd be like, Jay-Z is the cheater. I wouldn't listen to Reason either. What?
No, it's that real. It's like it's always gonna be niggas that your life is gonna be like, you're gonna say what really happened,
right?
And niggas gonna be like, that didn't happen, nigga. I don't believe that.
No way.
I don't believe that. It's like, yeah, I don't believe that I used to.
How about especially if you don't believe in a higher power?
Let's
story.
go. Woo, let's go from there. Like they called him a devil worshiper for years, right? And to make this record,
they still probably
They still say
that.
he's
They
a
still be.
satanic devil worshiper,
Yeah.
and
Saying he eats babies or something.
I can't speak for everybody's life. I can't speak for everybody's life, but I know about my life, right? And where I'm from, I never thought in a million years that I would be able to drive a car. You understand what I'm saying? Like I never thought I would ever have an opportunity to play basketball with my kid.
Right.
When I came from the Bronx, it was surprising when I moved to Staten Island because it was actual grass in people's yard.
Right.
So you understand what I'm saying?
What is this?
So you got to understand the perspective of being able, and then being a rapper too, right? Like you said, it's like being able to see all of these different things and be like, yo, listen, it don't even feel real to me, like to be able to go out and buy whatever I want, without having to look over my shoulder at every turn, and then be able to do X, Y, and Z for these people, and then they don't have to look over their shoulder. And it's like, yo, bro, it's so real because where I'm from, I aspire to be able to talk like this because one day I want to say this to somebody. I don't even know if
I said it on this show before, but the whole idea, like when I was young, all I wanted was a new car, a pretty wife, and a house with a pantry. It's all like to me, a pantry was crazy. You got money. And our Pam's house, I used to go there. That was the only house that had a pantry. Her mom, you know what I'm saying, had the pantry.
Right.
And I used to go over there and like, they got everything. To me, it was like they was rich. For real. I was like, they rich over here.
Right.
So to me, get my little joint with a pantry, buy a new car. I remember when I bought my first new car, I'm like, I bought a brand new car in the dealership.
Right.
I've never seen a new car in my life. Ever.
Right.
I've never seen a brand new car. I've never been in the dealership my whole life.
Every car was used.
So
it was new to me.
every car was used. And I was hyped. Oh, I'm not going to be mad. My dad used to cop little joints, but it's just something different.
Right.
Because I've never been in a dealership. Then to do that multiple times, then to be in European, foreign car
now they
dealerships.
call you F-Pace Jimmy.
Well, yeah, whatever. You know what I mean? But it doesn't feel, and it'd be funny because like my wife has had new cars, so I remember when we first got the first one, I'm in there just weirded out. I'm not gonna lie, I'm sitting there quiet, and I'm like really like I feel like grateful, and I'm like. It's like I really won something big in my life. I'm emotional, and I remember I made a post on Instagram about it because it was such a big deal, and not about buying the car. It was about getting to a place that you've always dreamed about and not knowing how you would do it. And I think people that come from where we come from, we don't have examples. That's why I always say it's all about proximity.
Right.
We need proximity. We need people to show us how to do things or show us that these things exist or to show us these opportunities can happen. And if you don't have that, you feel lost. And I felt lost for a very long time. And God brought me to where I needed to be. So this, back to bringing it all back, this is why I hope it's so important.
Right.
Because he's showing everybody the things you can do and how you can do it.
From
and he's
nothing.
giving, and people showing you how you can do it.
Absolutely nothing.
Right.
So quick question for you, Tema. Is there anybody that you would say that helped you on your path where made you get into more of your spirituality and like there's a higher power? Like, or was that from the beginning for you? Or was there like a time where you was like, oh nah, this person is showing me like, yeah, I'm becoming more of a believer of the spirituality and God and stuff?
I think I've always been a believer, but I wasn't put in like the most nurturing situations to believe that there is like a lot of good or I can produce good or I could be of good, because I just was just living and running through life, and I, lost both parents, young age, like just as I got older, I'm like, nah, I'm better than what I came from, and I want, and then I just started putting myself around different people. Like I think your circle plays a big part in how you navigate through life.
Right.
So, I would say like putting myself in certain situations and being around like a man in my life helped me realize to love more of myself.
Right.
So that's when I started to get more into my spirituality because of like yo, you gotta love yourself to even feel that there's like that's that God within you. If you don't love yourself, it's like
and
you settle for less. You don't want to do more.
You told me in the past, and I don't know what part of your story this is, but I remember you even coming up to New York, right? I feel like coming from Florida, I feel like that's faith, right? Like to say I'm gonna start over someplace new, to have the belief in yourself.
Yeah, well, I came when I moved back to New York. I came from Atlanta.
Oh, Atlanta. Okay,
but I was only in Atlanta for like 2 years.
Okay,
but either way, like twice, like
so you moved twice.
Like I just people be like, how you just picked up with kids and yeah, I had a man in my life at that point, but I was still like the mover and the shaker, whatever. Like, and people were looking at me, how you just get up? I can't even leave my family. I don't want to move out the city. Like I got up, packed up my crib, drove.
And are you glad that you did that?
I did. I am. And like at that time, it was like now I realize it was a reason for me to move back to New York. Like I wasn't even thinking about that when I'm just like, oh, I've been going from the family for a minute. I wanted to get back around my family.
Right.
But I feel like if I would have never moved back here, I wouldn't be on like the journey that I am now.
Gotcha.
Like, and I feel like it was meant for me to be here to be around certain people.
Right.
And I felt like certain people needed me to be here, and I needed certain people around me.
Right.
So like stuff just connect when you sit back and like, oh, you know.
That's that divine.
And you didn't plan it.
Right. I didn't plan it. It was just, oh, let me move back home to be closer to family. But then X, Y, Z happened. I don't even feel like I would have been on like my spiritual journey. And you couldn't tell me 5 years ago I'll be calling myself like a healer and doing this and that. That was not my route. I was just about to go back and get my MBA.
Right.
Whatever.
Right.
I mean, I just gotta say the highs, you know what I mean? Because, you know, when you talking, people probably don't really understand, you know, you're saying you came to Staten Island. But my guy's a business owner for real.
Right.
How long have you been doing this?
I've owned my own business 10 years.
You feel me? So it's like, you know, I've heard his story for maybe the first time, like a couple weeks ago, last week. We was really talking and he was getting deeper into what he's been through.
Right.
Nigga, God did. Nigga, like, for real.
No, that's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? So I just, you know, want to show you some love and appreciation because what you doing is big. You know what I mean? I tell you all the time, we have conversations and, you know, niggas might not feel great all the time. And I'm like, nigga, you one of my friends. I'm happy to, if I talk to people, I'll be like, yeah, I got a nigga that own a business. Like, this is his shit. Like, you know what I mean? He don't work for nobody but himself. The money he make is on him. You know what I'm saying?
I teach at a school, bro.
Right. That's fire. I know that. That's dope.
I'm a school teacher, bro.
That's
like,
fire.
From the hood. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I teach music at a school.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, and it's through my business. I'm a vendor for the Department of Education. You know what I'm saying? And they pay my business. They don't even cut a check to me, but it comes with my business name. And, you know what I'm saying? So for me, I would have never saw that because where we was at.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
and then it's
crazy.
like, you know what I'm
The
saying?
way he fills out taxes is way different than we fill out taxes. You feel
I
me?
mean, don't say we.
I mean,
Nah.
yeah. I mean, he's been doing it for 10 years.
Yeah.
Let's say that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Because I just did my taxes.
Okay. Got you.
Both. And for
Got you.
Culture
Got you.
Cafe.
Respectfully.
Right.
But I ain't on his level. Don't get it twisted.
Oh, no.
I mean, that's all
I ain't got no money, IRS. Don't talk to me.
So let's get back in the whole bit one time. He said, just gotta say it one more time. Oz wasn't great. We'd even be alive. Gotta be crazy that y'all niggas, we surprised. Shit is too much how we grew up. Shit don't even feel real to us. OG, so to those you call kingpin. If those your drugs lords, who are we then? Hove is a real nigga's dream. My only goal to make a real nigga feel seen. Sometimes it make a fake nigga hate life. Never my intention, just the consequences of the way of life. The way we used to play with life. I'm now careful with sentences. Them the only jail bars I like.
There's too much in
There's too
just
much
that
in
little bit you say.
It's too much.
Yes.
Yo, how many days do you walk around feeling unseen as a man? Forget it. Forget the music. Forget the music. Let's talk about, your relationship. Let's talk about your position at work. Let's talk about your position with your kids. Like, your kids are mad at you.
Yeah.
And they don't even understand that you said that you paid all the bills, you took care of everything.
Sacrificing so much.
And I still feel unseen. And that's his goal, is to make you, man, when he said that, I said, yo, I know.
Not to make everyone feel seen, but us real niggas.
Real niggas.
Like, real ones.
Right.
Yeah.
On the flip side of that,
right.
the niggas who take pictures of their kids and put them on the gram, and see what I'm doing on the flip side, they're mad at me for this.
Right, and that's the other part, like the unseen part of just thinking about what the culture or society or the media does show, right? Because that's the other thing. I be walking around sometimes feeling like I'm in bizarro land. That's why I get very like to myself a lot, because when I'm outside or when I'm on social media, I haven't been on social media since December because when I feel crazy looking at what other people see as important, or people see as this is good for you and your people, and it's like, am I the only one that is looking at this doesn't make any sense?
They in la la land.
You know what I'm saying? It just doesn't make sense.
Internet is wild.
Yeah. So it's like even from that point of view, when he's like, I mean, like, when we want a real nigga feel seen, it's like, I feel like all of us want the real ones to be seen. As a culture, we need it. And that's why we're in the position we're in, because the real ones are not seen, honestly.
Facts. And just, I want to throw this in. I don't know if you watched the whole interview with Dr. Umar and that dude that we was talking about.
It's broken in parts, but that one I didn't watch the whole one.
Right? So, and he was talking about how hip-hop is, has this, Dr. Umar was talking about how hip-hop has been terrible for us.
I've said it on this show before.
Right? And, so when and he says, because what is hip-hop? He's like, it's a bunch of niggas who made it out the hood,
Stunting on others who don't have it.
Who don't have
and won't, and maybe won't ever have it.
Right, you know what I mean? So like when I hear Hov say, it's never my intention, sometimes it make a fake nigga hate life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, because there are people who will hear certain things from him, because there are the rappers who are just stunting, not really giving anything, giving you any game, trying to help you see like, nah, this is motivation and, you could do this too. So when he says, sometimes it make a fake nigga hate life. Never my intention, just the consequences of my way of life.
That's real life, though.
You know what I'm saying?
Outside of even that, it's like when you shining bright, you shine a light on other people's imperfections. You shine a light on other people's shortcomings. You shine a light on other people's shadow, devilish ways, right? When you living in your light, it brings everybody's darkness to the light. You know what I'm saying? So people don't like that.
That's where that loving yourself comes into play.
Right.
Because a lot of people out here, they fronting.
Right.
They front, and they don't really love themselves or feel good. It's just
so they have to bring you down too. They have to bring you down so that they don't stand out as, oh, I ain't doing shit. You got to bring this person down.
I had a female tell me one time, because I'm running my business and things of that nature.
Yeah.
I had a female tell me she was jealous of
I
me.
already know where you're going. Yep.
She told me she was jealous of me. And I said, yo, how you said you like me, but you jealous? Like, that was crazy to me.
You have people that be jealous of their partners.
That's
right. Listen, so
niggas is haters.
Like I be thinking of like so even right now, since New Year too, as long as we're on social media, I've been on my vegan tip. Like, yo, my wife be tight. Oh yeah, you not eating that. You not eating that. Like with an attitude. And I'm like, why is me trying to do something good for myself making you upset? But I understand, because you deep down probably feel like I should do the same, but you ain't willing to make that sacrifice right now. But don't be mad at me. Don't be mad at me. But that's what it is. And sometimes we gotta put people in that position though.
And then he says, the way we used to play with life, I'm now careful with the sentences.
Those the only jail bars I like. Watch what you say.
That's a bar.
Manifestation. This is what I said in the episode with, was it Meek? I forget what episode it was, where that's my problem with hip hop. Not that hip hop is the evil or nothing like that, but what are we talking about? We are manifesting our own reality. It's clear as day. Hip hop has manifested our reality. Period. And just a quick, like, started with, all the over-sexualized music. Now the women rappers are that.
Right.
I mean, that's just a little example of it. But
not even just that. It's your daughters are now that. She don't have to be a rapper to be that.
Right. True.
She doesn't even have to be a rapper. These girls are taking pictures that we spoke about.
Right.
Shorty with a
and now they're doing it.
And now they're doing it, and we
manifestation.
5-year-olds dancing and rapping Sexy Red.
Hands on your knees. I seen that.
Yeah, nah, my daughter definitely was singing area codes by the girl. She said, I forget how the song goes, but it's like, I got a nigga named Ink in the internet, something like that.
Yeah, I know you're talking
crazy.
about.
I'm
the
like,
rapper chick, the dark-skinned one, yeah.
Man, listen, let me tell you something, man. I found out. Man,
We ain't gonna talk about that. Nah.
Yo, don't do it. I ain't
Don't do it.
gonna
Don't do
get
it.
no hate mail, but man, listen, your daughter's important, and stop talking about. If y'all rappers is out here manifesting my daughter to do crazy stuff,
Manifesting.
I'm gonna find you and I'm gonna cut you.
Right.
Hope said.
OG sold to those you call a kingpin.
Hold on. I never wanted to be the state custodian. The laws are draconian. For those married to the life, holy matrimony is holy matrimonian. Somehow I'll outfox every box
They try to throw me in with great ceremony in.
Folk of them told me how highly
Caddy spoke of them and bloking them from London, how I roll Western End. I be speaking to the souls of men. Those of them willing to die for the existence that this cold world has chose for them. Kicking snow off of frozen Timbs.
Stop.
What?
Stop. So this goes back to what I was saying is about your life has been set out for you to fail from the beginning. No, but bigger than that, do you know how long you got to be outside to have
Snow on his frozen Tim?
How long you got to stand still? And now just the thought of having to stand still that long, or just feeling that you're stuck in place, that your feet are cemented to the ground with ice, my boy.
Do you also have the visual, because we're all from New York, of kicking snow
off your Timbs?
I see it.
I
When he
just
said
did
it, I
When
see
he
it.
said it, I did it.
Yeah, when he said it, I see it.
I
like,
just did it
yeah.
last week.
Gotta get that off.
That's what I'm
Gotta
trying
get
to
that
tell-
off.
Yo, but think about how long you gotta be. I don't know how many all-nighters y'all pull. But what I'm saying is that when you outside all night,
outside like that,
when you out, yo, bro, not every day is the first.
Right.
And so the money be slow.
it's slow. You
Do
gotta
know-
be out. You can't miss
Do you
it.
know how long you gotta be outside for your Timbs to be frozen in place? You understand what I'm saying, bro? He's not just talking, he's really talking, bro.
Yes.
He's really talking, bro. I'm like,
So I don't know if y'all can explain the outfox every box they try to throw me in.
I'll do that.
Okay.
All
Talk to
right.
me.
So when you think about a fox trap, right? You think about a fox trap. You are outside trying to catch a wild
That's the
animal.
entendre.
And
I see
foxes
what's
are very
happening.
smart too.
You know what I'm saying? And they're very cunning.
Cunning. Yeah, they
you know
are.
what I'm saying? So they're understanding of that's a trap.
Right.
And then y'all and you set up a whole bunch of them projects and box me in.
Yeah.
Right? You know what I'm saying? So now, think about everything.
fire.
Now, no matter how many times y'all put me in this box, every project looks like a box. My boy, let me explain something to y'all. This nigga's not just saying raps.
No,
This is what I'm saying.
I was gonna
but
say, because
along with that,
oh yeah, the laws of draconian. Go ahead.
no,
Go ahead.
I was just Fox's box real quick. What they say here is a triple entendre from that. Foxy Brown referenced their rumored sexual relationship in the 90s. Hope references this also on Picasso, baby. I never stuck my cock in the Fox's box.
Oh, he's been saying
Foxy
that for a
later
long time.
suggested that he took her virginity at 15, which he would have been 27, which Hope
So he's
denies.
speaking to that too.
Yo,
Who a lot
I'm
of
out.
niggas kept
Foxy
throwing
Brown
little
and any other
jabs at.
female
go.
rumors.
I'm ahead.
Notably
You ahead?
Aaliyah.
I'm ahead. He nigga said,
Come on, bro.
Is that like
Go
this?
ahead and just put the
Come on,
SpongeBob
bro.
meme right here, because I'm out.
That's
I
crazy.
didn't even catch that.
This is what I'm saying.
I did not
I did not
catch that.
catch that, bro.
Come on.
Because-
I outfox every box they try
to
to throw me in.
But so back to the state's custodian, the laws of draconian. I looked it up. It goes back to the Romans or something. I don't want to get it's one of those European places back in the days where they was giving extremely severe punishments to laws. Back to what you was talking about,
Right.
what they were trying to do to us with selling crack and all of that stuff that they tried to put us away for with severe punishments for crimes that other people were committing, but they were giving us severe punishments.
And he further explains that later in the verse when he said, "I'll forever have smoke for them."
For them, yes, for those who make the laws, I forever have smoke for them.
I'ma forever have smoke for them.
So he also outfoxed those traps,
Right,
those
that-
boxes
That's what I'm saying.
as
Nah,
well.
that's
You
the-
tried to trap
I'm
me
saying,
up.
y'all tried to
I
box
got up
me
out
in.
of there.
He's on the triples.
And you
he's
tried to
triple
box me in,
entendre
and you tried to put me in a box as just a crack dealer, but I'm more than that.
No, bro.
Look, he says back and forth on this turnpike really took a
Toll on him. Simple, but don't overlook how hard that bar
A
is.
lot
Yeah.
of fallen soldiers on these roads of sin. For those who make the laws, I'ma always have smoke for them. I got lawyers like shooters.
Oh, this is hard.
Working pro bono
For him as a favor, cause I throw him M's.
In memory of
T-Lo.
Tilo. I pray none
None
of your people die over jail phones again.
Y'all ain't never had nobody die in jail, bro?
Nah.
I did.
That's hard.
I did.
That's hard.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Nothing wrong with Rest in peace, Harry Yo.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace, Harry. Yo, but he died in jail and was nothing wrong with him.
That's crazy. And what he's talking about, what he's saying, just to clarify, people may not know, he's saying, I'm paying for people's lawyers.
Right.
Oh,
He's having them work pro bono as a favor for him.
Yeah.
So to help these people get out so that no one else
Favor because I throw them M's, though.
Yes.
Because I throw them M's,
Yes.
I can have this. I can
do
get
that. Because he don't want nobody dying over jail phones again.
All this pain from the outside inspired
all this growth within.
That's
so
crazy.
new planes getting broken in.
That's crazy.
Hold on, new planes. He's talking about probably G4, G5, or new planes.
But no, Guru said that.
Plane.
Like,
Oh.
that's what I'm saying. Like, we obviously don't know, but Guru was like, he just bought a new plane.
I'm sure
So
he did.
everybody doesn't know that, but he's like, this is why the bar is so fire to me. Guru was saying. He was like,
Guru. So you said Google.
No,
Guru.
Guru.
Yeah.
So he's like, planes have some levels, planes, but he also just bought a new plane.
But some niggas don't
and
know
then
they were playing these levels.
New
though.
planes being broken into clothes.
Clothing line.
Planes, another triple. He's wilding.
He's
For
wild.
respect.
He's
wilding.
He's wilding.
He's
really
wilding. He said,
Remember when
so
you
new
took the
planes
bathroom.
getting broken in. Highest elevation of self.
So highest elevation. He's still on that. Still on that.
They done fucked around and gave the
Right niggas wealth. Hold on, how
it.
big is that line?
I love
'Cause
it.
that's a line that, as a coach, we've been saying forever. Like they didn't
gave
get wrong niggas money.
They done
Nah,
wrong.
They
they
get
get
right
right
nigga
niggas
money.
wealth. You hear me? These ain't songs. These is hymns because I'm him. It's the Psalm 151. It's the New Testament. The Book of Hov.
Jesus turned water to wine for whole bitches took a stove.
You never know
Well,
how
hold
this
on,
shit could
champagne
go.
is wine. Let's get it right. Understand the water
Come
to
on.
wine.
Come on.
Come on, stop
Come
playing
on.
with him.
Come on.
He's him. These is
Come
him because
on.
he's him.
Yeah.
Stop playing
And
with him.
then when he starts talking like that, come on, man. Come on.
Oh, my
You never know how
God.
this shit could go. Me and Biggs probably got too
big
if they ain't booked that
that-
load.
That's crazy,
Hindsight
bro.
is 20/20.
That's crazy, bro.
Though he's getting plenty of money, looking back now, this shit is
Hold on.
funny.
Biggs probably looking at it like, I got jammed up. I don't even need to do that.
Mm-hmm.
But if it would have worked, they probably.
Nigga,
Who knows?
Hold on, let him finish. Because that's the perspective.
Right.
He's thinking we would have been the biggest drug dealers.
Yeah.
But how they do it
Yeah.
how the Israelites do it? Read.
Yeah, it's like, but this shit is funny that we thought that was special.
Read.
But look at who I am now.
Hold on, he goes further, bro. It don't stop there.
Hindsight
God.
is 20/20.
Facts.
Though he's getting plenty of money, looking back now, this shit is funny.
So what you was just saying is he thought that they was going to be huge drug dealers,
Yes.
and then the money they would have had is a joke to him
Joke.
now.
Shit is funny.
It's a joke. I wouldn't even want that money.
Back to
If I was-
Beyonce, the best thing I never had.
Yeah.
How many times I'll speak for myself, things I'm glad didn't work out. Sorry. I cut you
So
off.
that's crazy.
he's this is hilarious that back then it's like, oh nigga, we would have been crazy.
No, you
And
wouldn't
now
have.
I'm looking like
If Hov
this
woke
would have
up-
been that would have been stupid.
If
That's
Hov-
hilarious that that's what I wanted.
If Hov wakes up
Look
with
what
the
I
money
got.
he would have had, he'd kill himself
Kill himself.
tomorrow.
I just got $1 million off a sink. Without risking a million years trying to get it out the sink. Who did it? Hov did.
Hov did.
They say they don't know me internationally.
Niggas on the road did.
Facts.
I see a lot of Hov and gigs. Me and me could never beef.
I freed that nigga
From a whole bid.
What?
Hov did. Next time we have a discussion, who the GOAT
You donkeys know this.
Forgive me, that's my passion talking. Sometimes I feel like Farrakhan talking to Mike Wallace. I think y'all should keep quiet. Breaks my heart.
First of all, let me tell you something about this. Let me tell you something about just the bar about excuse me, that's just my passion talking. That's him looking back at the verse after 6 minutes of
He's
rapping.
like, he's like, usually I don't do this, but
I am wilding.
he's like, usually I wouldn't even give y'all this type of energy, but
Yo, that's
Here you
excuse
go.
me. Don't even talk to me about the greatest. I am him.
Next time
donkeys
y'all talk about
know
the
this.
Now we're gonna talk about
Donkeys know
goats,
this.
you donkeys, you jackasses that don't know nothing. You're
Don't
a
know
jackass.
nothing. You're a jackass.
You're a jackass. You don't know nothing about. Don't talk that goat talk to me. Because at the end of the day, and then you know what? Before I get out of line and just let y'all know I'm the best, part of me, that's my passion talk.
Sorry.
I'm sorry.
Let me get back in my mode.
Let me talk about now back to Farrakhan.
Yes,
So I just gotta ask you
Go
a
ahead,
quick
bro.
question.
Go ahead.
Because the verse is done.
Yes, it is.
Where does this rank in
come
best
on,
verses?
bro. This is number 2.
It's number 2?
Still.
He's clever. He's stuck with it.
I gotta stand on that.
Stuck with
I
it.
gotta stand on that.
Stuck with it.
I still,
like that.
I gotta stand on what I said. Biggie Smalls still had the best verse of all time,
But
this is number 2.
But you do believe this is Jay-Z's best
This is
verse ever written?
by far, and it's gonna be a long time before somebody else writes a better one.
And I don't think they'd be able to because of his experience.
That's what I always say.
His experience. He has the technical skill. Like I said about Kendrick. Kendrick is next level, but the experience is a little. He don't got what Hov has been through.
Pusha talks about it all the time. He's like, whenever it's stuff I know I can't say anymore on a record, I call Hov and I need a verse from him because he's gonna say things that I just can't say. Due to his experiences, due to his stature, you know what I mean? But so I know this is difficult.
Hard favorite part, right?
Yeah, this is a very difficult thing.
I want to start here and I'll answer it. I'll just give you. I said it to on the phone last night. I just want to throw it in here. This is pause, by the way. This verse is such a great example of his entire career. Right, he starts, I sold drugs, turned it into a business. Made money, became a billionaire, but how he ends it with the freed me, I freed him from a whole bit, got lawyers working pro bono, what he did in Baltimore and all that, you know what I'm saying, paid for all the lawyers after that. Now comparing himself to Farrakhan, he's showing you where he's at now, right? He did all that, but now what he is really about is about freeing his people. And I think that's the part, and I love how he always does it so subtly. Because you can't be outward with that type of talk, and they not gonna let you get there. But he throws it in there subtly to remind us, his people, this is what I'm on. This is what I've done, but what I'm really on is freeing my people. Period.
Understand,
That's not nothing he says is by mistake, as we broken down.
Right.
Nothing he says is by mistake in this verse. So I think it's very important that he ended the verse comparing himself to Farrakhan.
And he put actions to his words. He actually does what he said he was doing. And he don't make Instagram posts about
it at all.
He just does it.
Do you have a favorite part?
The part when he was talking about being boxed in and what they want. This is escaping what they wanted for us. Like that whole part for me is like, I understand. I came from a place where I didn't think that I would ever drive a car or stand in grass.
Standing grass is so crazy.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, my expectations of life was to have grass.
That was it.
Yeah.
Grass, bro.
Shit don't even feel real to us. So that's my favorite line.
I was going to say, I'm going to go with that.
Oh, okay.
As well as, real niggas, yeah, hoes a real nigga dream. I only go make a real nigga feel seen. Sometimes I make a fake nigga hate life. Never my intention, the consequences of my way of life. Because like you said, we're not Hov, but certain things that we do on our level could still make a fake nigga hate life. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
success is success.
And I also, it's too many balls, bro.
It's too
I
much.
don't know. It's just too much. So I'm going to just leave it there. Y'all tell us your favorite Jay-Z verse or your favorite line in this. Shout out my guests, Tema, Haas. You know what I mean? Tell them where they can find you, Tema. Tell them what you do so they can know you a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Tema, a.k.a. Miss Chic of Chic Aesthetics. I'm a holistic esthetician and wellness coach. And you can follow my Instagram at Chic Aesthetics or at Miss Chic.
Yes, queen, yes, queen, yes, queen.
Nice.
I'm not telling y'all where y'all can find me because the last time I was on this show, I got a whole bunch of inbox about Biggie Smalls in Brooklyn, and all of y'all tried to threaten to kill me, and I am not Charleston White.
Oh my God.
So don't even play that with me because I ain't on it like that. So y'all don't want y'all to find me. I'm at Verse for Verse.
This is another episode of Verse for Verse. We out of here. Like, share, comment, subscribe.
Yeah.
It's me. Handsome.
Yeah.
Now,